All right. Hello, hello. We are live.
Hi
Hello,
everyone.
ladies. So, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Good evening, wherever you are in the world. Thank you so much for tuning in to our milestone momentum broadcast. Before we dive in, a little reminder. This is a part of our 20 parts of series where we share our experiences and then we inspire you, whether your goals are personal growth or align with your business. And we'll talk about a topic that are close to our hearts. And for those of you who joined us live today, thank you for being here. And for those of you who are watching the replay, thank you for choosing to spend your time with us. We truly appreciate you. So, for those of you who don't know me yet, my name is Lucy, and I am originally from Taiwan, now living in Southern California. I have been a full-time teacher for over 2 decades and continue teaching today. And I'm also a digital business owner and a mentor, and I have been in this business for a year and about 2 months. And today I'm so excited. Joining me are these lovely ladies. We have our special guest, Leanne, all the way from Australia, and also my co-host, Maki. So now I would like to ask Maki to introduce herself a little bit.
Thank you, Lucy. Hi everyone. My name is Maki. I'm originally from Okinawa, Japan, and currently live in the US, Connecticut, with my husband, and we have a 13 years old son. And I'm working as a full-time nanny, and I'm doing this online business on the side, and I'm enjoying it for about a little over a year. Thank you.
Thank you, Maki. Now we're going to turn into our special guest. I am so excited. I have personally met Leah in the
Mm,
last year when we did our first Chinese group. She was one of the person that kind of lead us in our group, along
mm,
with Nicole, which they're good friends. And I'm so
mm,
thrilled today that we have her in our show. So, Leah,
mm.
please take it over, introduce yourself, and tell us a little about you and how long you have been in this business and your title. Thank you.
Thank you, Lucy and Mackie. Thank you for having me.
Mhm.
Hi, folks. I'm from Sydney, Australia. I am a, here we go. I am a wife, a mother, a foster mum. I'm a retired registered nurse. So I worked in pediatrics, in cardiac surgical.
Mm,
Um, but nowadays, I am a full-time foster mum of a little girl with high needs. And
mm.
I've been doing that now for 11 years, coming up 12
Wow.
years. And and being a grandmother. I just absolutely love being a grandmother. And um, and I've been in this digital business program now for I had to stop and think then, almost 7 years in June.
Uh-huh.
And it is certainly the most life-changing experience that I've ever experienced, apart from, of course, having my own babies. But
Mm.
it really is quite a joy to be here with you both. Thank you for inviting me to come along.
You're welcome. You're welcome. I think we thought about you many times, but things got in life and but we're so glad you're finally here. And as we hear that Leah has been in this business for so many years, so we can learn so much from her. And I'm just so glad that we got this opportunity to invite her to our show.
Oh, it's a great
So
pleasure to be here, ladies.
so after we have talked about that, we're going to get into our topic today. So today's topic, I'm sure it resonated with all of us since we started, especially with Maki and me. We started this not too long ago, but with Leanne, I'm sure that she can share also her story about it. Is courage over perfection? Starting before you feel that you are ready. So let me put that on the screen so everyone can see. There you go. All right. So it does take action, even though when you don't feel completely confident. And I'm sure we all can relate that. And let me tell you, if you ever felt stuck or overwhelmed, you know exactly where I'm at. So I'm going to share a little personal story with you that it still resonates so much of what I do now. So I spent 2 decades as a full-time teacher, and I love my student. I love my work. But the reality was that I was overwhelmed. I was burned out. And, I know what my job is to really being there for my students and meet their each child's need and know their progress. And that comes to notoriety behavioral challenges, parents who were not always cooperative, and endless text deadline that often invaded my personal time. I also experienced a boss that who expect everything immediately without space to breathe. And for those of you who work 9 to 5 job, whether you're a teacher or you're a nurse or things like that, where you felt like there's a lot of things on your shoulder. So I get to the point that I felt completely burnt out and I was giving everything to everyone else except putting myself at last. And it wasn't that I didn't love my job. I care so deeply, but in this system, it demands the lack of support kind of let me feel exhausted and question if I could handle it at all. And that's exactly when the courage over perfection had kicked in for me. I realized that I had to choose myself because if I don't, I will feel the same way, feeling stuck. So I had to find a way to survive and thrive, not just for me, but for my future, for the people I care about. So I discovered this online business. And then let me tell you, it was pretty scary because I have no experience. And for a teacher, we always feel like we have to be in control, making sure we have everything set up, we have everything need to go, and have the support that we needed. So I didn't feel fully ready, but I knew that staying stuck wasn't an option. I had to take that leap, even imperfectly, because I feel like at that point when you feel stuck so long, you're going to tell yourself, you know what, I actually deserve more. I cannot live this way all the time. So the beauty of that journey is it worked for me. I start building my plan B because being a teacher for so many years, you feel like that's a source of income that comes to me for me to be able to operate my life. But why not having a plan B where you don't have to quit your job? It gives you hope, freedom, and think and look forward to something new and having that sense of control, the things that I could get anywhere else at this time. So that's where I found that that I think the burning desire to make something different because you only have two choices. Either you get stuck and stay where you are, or you make something better for your life. So that was basically a little bit about my journey as being a teacher and then feeling stuck and want to find something more. So now I would like to turn that over to Leeanne, our special guest, and have her share with you about her journey of courage over perfection story. And then we'd love to hear more about that. So take it away, Leeanne.
Well, that's fantastic, and I just want to acknowledge you to taking that step
Yeah.
of being right in that position of going, you know what, I want something different. I want something a little bit more. I deserve it. First of all, I deserve it. But then realizing that if you don't change something today, nothing's going to come out of that any different. You're going to be in the same position, doing the same thing in the next 5 years. If you don't do something different today, right? I was the same. I was in a position in my life 7 years ago where I was very busy as a carer, for my daughter, my foster daughter. I was always in my mind. I was always thinking, how can I provide the best quality life for my foster child?
Mm-hmm.
And what do I need to do to provide that for her? Like I was always like looking at different therapies I could do. I was looking at how can I be an advocate for her in her school? How can I connect her with the outside world? What does her future look like? And so that was in my mind. I was busy as well as juggling my other roles as a mum for my children and a new grandmother, wanting to be able to get the most abundance out of this life that we have, right? So one thing that I really, sorry?
Oh, no. Go ahead, continue.
So one thing that really realized that if I didn't do anything different to what I was doing, I'd be still going around that, like just that busyness, and nothing would have changed. And it was a good life, definitely a good life. But it's okay to want more. It's okay to want to, experience everything that the world has, for my foster daughter. And but the missing piece was, I needed the flexibility, which means, to do something different, I needed more income to do that. So I needed to do something to create that. And at that time, when there was that understanding, I really put that out to the world, out to the universe, out to God. God, what can I do? About that time, I see an ad come through my Facebook. Thank you, Facebook. And it was Amy Ting, who is a Taiwanese lady living in Canada, and she was at the park with the kids, and she was talking about how she could run a business, and still be a mum, still focus on the things that she really, really loved, and she was being successful in the digital business space and doing it in time that she had around her family. So now, to be honest, I didn't have a lot of time, but I did have those moments where I was waiting. And I don't know, as a teacher, you may relate to that as well. There are
Yes.
times where you are busy, life is full, but there are times where you're just sitting around waiting. And when you're a foster mum going to the hospital, going to therapy sessions, there was this little bit of time that I would be playing solitaire or, those sort of passing the time away. So I decided to use those moments of time to put it into building something that was a little bit different, connecting with people from all around the world, which has been like a real buzz for me. And now today we're still doing it. I'm still doing that. I'm still a mum. I'm still a grandmother. I'm still a foster mum. I'm still a wife of an emergency nurse who has crazy shifts. But the difference is that we get to do some different things added into this journey. So when Scott's on holidays, we have the freedom just to pick up and go and do something with the family. Or last year, I went to New Zealand. I was able to take a week and tell my story to some amazing digital business owners over there that gathered together to learn. But we didn't have to race back. We got to stay there and enjoy New Zealand and enjoy it with people that I've met online, and they feel like family to me. And so we've been able to do, it's just about getting the most out of life. And but thank you.
Awesome. Thank you, Leeanne. I think I wanted to kind of touch a point on what Leeanne had mentioned, that when she said it is okay to want more.
Yeah.
We are not thinking the old tradition way that they would feel like, okay, we're at a certain age and this is what we're going to do at a certain age, and that's it, right? We still want that. We still want that excitement. We still want that happiness. We still want more for us and for our family. So I'm so glad she pointed that out. And of course, the flexibility, the income, I know money is not everything, but money can help so much. And when you have that money and when you have that flexibility, you can do a lot more with your family and with the things that you want to experience in life. So, and I also really love the point when she mentioned about, the gather and glow, that when she went to New Zealand, that was just that's something that came with this global community, which is that we met so many people, like she mentioned, and that connection, that energy, that vibe, that transformed you, because you were able to touch other people's life and they also touch your life. And that is such a greatest influence for us, not just feeling like we're living our ordinary, boring life. We could actually make a difference, and have a better life. So thank you so much, Leeanne, for sharing that.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So Maki would like to ask you to share about the courage over perfection. How does that fit into your life?
Yeah, thank you, everyone. So I just wanna mention you, Leeanne. I just want to personally touch my heart that you are as a foster mom, because my husband also had a foster mom too, and she was so lovely lady. Fortunately, she passed away a few years ago, but she was so lovely lady and help others, help me, who's a
Mhm.
stranger to her at the beginning, but I loved her so much. I just wanted to thank you to taking care of, the little life to
Mhm.
grown up and everything. Yeah. Um, that kind of scares me too. um,
Mm.
but
Yeah.
yeah, for the title, the topic about the courage over perfection. So for me, like I mentioned, I'm working as a nanny full time and for about over 10 years. And I have three kids and one dog to take care of. And, the kids are grown, and I had to find something else eventually. And that time was that I was looking for. And I found this online business. I didn't have any, experience on online job at all, or college degree or anything like that. And I'm also an immigrant too. So it was tough to start with. I mean, not start with, to find the opportunity that I can do online, who doesn't have any skill at all. But I wanted to do something from home. Um, so I kind of break my stone that instead say, oh, I don't think I can do because I'm not enough for that. What if I change it to what if? So that's first like a breaking stone about the fearness. So I started to looking for it, and then I luckily find this digital online business that I can take, and I wanted to step forward, but then another fear comes in. So,
Mm.
what if we know this is fake, or this is something that I didn't want it? And I always kept thinking that, but, do I want to keep going in the same life like I have, same daily routine over and over and over again? But I need to find something else. So, I encourage myself to step forward to, watch the free webinar to start with, because it's free, nothing harming me. So that break my fear. And the next step also, you are looking for deep dive inside our business. And I get the encourage, and then I got confidence. I question so many questions to my mentor and coaches to, breaking down my fears. I do my way to break it down my fears. Everybody has different way to do, I believe.
Yeah.
So I didn't start this digital business because I had confidence or known about how to do the business itself. For a long time, I waited to feel confident. I
Mm.
waited to feel prepared. I waited to feel ready.
Mhm.
And honestly, that feeling never came. So instead, what I felt was fear of making mistakes, fear of not being good enough, fear of what people might think of. And but life doesn't wait for me, right? Or perfect
Mhm.
timing. I didn't start my journey because I was confident. I started because I needed change. I started because I have family to support with. I started because I didn't want to wait anymore. So I'm working full time as a nanny. I'm a mom, and I am also an immigrant. I didn't have all the answers. I didn't have perfect English at all. Um, but I didn't have a perfect plan either. But what I had was strongly why my family, my
Mhm.
time, and my desire to create a different future. And courage doesn't mean fear disappears. The courage means showing up with fear, like I just did. And confidence doesn't come before action. The
Mhm.
confidence comes because of action.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I my mindset also.
Mhm.
Um, a small step I took even imperfectly helped me grow mentally. I grew when I stopped asking, what if I fail? And then started asking, what I if I learn
Mhm.
and get the good one that it's good for me. I learned that mistakes are not proof that I am not good enough. They are proof that I'm trying.
Mhm.
Instead of judging myself, I started over observing myself. Instead of pulling, I started adjusting. So the perfection can keep us stuck sometimes, but a progress moves us forward. It's okay to start messy like I had before.
Yeah.
It's okay to learn as you go on your pace whenever you can. Sometimes you need rest, sometimes you need pause. It's okay to do so, because this business for you as you go.
Mm.
So okay to be in, before you feel ready. And that's why I started this online business because I liked so much about everything that it's ready for me, everything that I can do on my pace, step by step. And the training is video based, and I can change to my language, which is Japanese. If I
Mhm.
don't understand in English, I just change it. And then if that speeds so fast, you can slow down, you can pause it, you can rewatch it over and over and over again until you're comfortable. So that's all, little bit of thing that encouraged me. Then I find that this is the one and I can do, who's doesn't have any experience or skills or any college skills. Um, yeah, that's how I breaking down my fears as I go to this online business. And I want you to, the audience, to um, think about, don't stalk, just open your heart, just listening, try if it's not harmful for you. Because why you want to wait? Why you want to do the same thing? For me, it was the same routine. That's why I'm saying this. Why you want to wait for, the same routine over again? And instead, just try it and see what if you like it or not. If not, it's okay. Just move on to it. That's how I my fears down.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Maki. I think Maki
Yeah.
had mentioned so many golden nuggets today. Um,
Mhm.
really look into, and because I think we're at that moment when we start something, there's always going to be fear. But the
Yeah.
way
Mhm.
she had break it down for us how important to look at that, and if fear kind of take over you, there's nothing moving forward. There's nothing going to change. And I'm so glad that you shared that wisdom with us today, Maki. That
Mhm.
was terrific. I think today we mentioned so much about um, the way that we come into something new, something that we're not known by heart, and we had to learn a new skill. And
Mhm.
just like when we're little, let's say you're learning to ride a bike, well, you're gonna fall down. You're going to lose your balance. You're going to find things that might challenge you. Maybe you hurt your knees, but that is not going to stop you by moving forward, and that's not going to take away your your love for learning a new skill. For example, if it's a bike or something like that Maki had mentioned, it's about why you're in this business. What is the driving force behind you? And knowing that we don't need to feel 100% ready to start something meaningful, as she had mentioned, is that taking that first step, because if you don't ever take that first step, you're never going to find out. And, and
Mhm.
so we're so glad that we did, and we started imperfectly because, be
Yeah.
honest, we are somehow critical to ourselves, right? When we do things, but if we started imperfectly, build courage, that momentum, the confidence will come, and
Beautiful.
step by step, the
Mhm.
progress is what create that transformation for all of us. Taking that action is how we move forward. Where we know that from this business that we have grown so much in our personal progress, that growth and knowing deep down what we need to do. And also in this online journey, it's not just learning a skill to to be financially secure. It's about yourself. And remember, it's not about a quick fix either, because a lot of things out there that may promise you this is how much money you're gonna make, or this is so easy, this and that. It's about showing up for yourself consistently, having a plan, even a small one, because you might take 2 steps forward and 1 step back, and that's okay, because you are moving forward, and you are making a difference for your life. So today I'm here. I feel so grateful that today I get to absorb so much good knowledge and good wisdom from these two ladies, taking the moment today to really reflect. And I hope you as audience also do that too. Take that 1 step that you might feel hesitate to take, but how can you start even just thinking about what that might be look like a year from now, or and really take into that account. And we'd love for you to share your thoughts too and your experience in this comment below, because we're here to inspire, we're here to support one another. So today I want to thank again to Leeanne for sharing your journey and all the golden nugget insights, and Maki for sharing your experience on how the fear and how why is behind your journey to come forward. And so thank you everyone. Thank you to our audience for showing up today, because your time and your attention matter to us. And again, I wanted to remind everyone, mark your calendar for our next Saturday at 1:30 p.m. PST time. We will be back for another live broadcast, and we will continue sharing our journey, our insight, and the special guest will also be inspiring you as we welcome our February, a brand new month. Can you believe it? This month go by so fast, ladies. Yes. So taking that first step, even when you're unsure. So that's the message we want to get it out there to you guys. And it could be a ticket to change your life. It doesn't have to be a perfect one. So we want to wish you all a wonderful weekend, lots of courage, and a February full of possibility. So thank you, everyone. Thank you, hello, bye, lady.
Thank you.
Bye, everybody. Have a wonderful
Bye.
day.
Not going to work.